Let's get to this next topic right here, because this is two topics combining in one place. We're going to call it idolizing athletes. You're going to see that pop up on the screen. But I really think that Gilbert Arenas and Jason Whitlock are talking about two different things, just to give you context. Because when you first see the clip, you're going to be like, just a little unsettled. Well, check out this clip from Gilbert Arenas and Jason Whitlock talking about athletes, their world, and should you not idolize them. Let's go.
Think about it. The NBA player on the lowest end, on the brokest in the NBA, he gonna pay you about $5,000 a month just to with you. $5,000 a month. So if you got three of them, that's $15,000 a month just on the bottom end. Now,
Gilbert Arenas basically, to me, is explaining that unintentionally, that all of these young people with money in athletics, we should clearly just take them off of the pedestal. They're not role models. They're not appropriate influencers for kids. They're young idiots with money and free time, and this is what they do with their money and free time. And he called out names, and people will eat.
Okay, let's get there. All right. What Gilbert was talking about is the economy around athletics, professional athletics. And this is something I want to highlight. Then I'll integrate it into what Whitlock is talking about. This is the weirdest feeling I think I've ever had, because it was inexplicable. You're literally sitting there in your living room. Someone says your name. Not only is your whole life changing, right? And when someone says your life has changed, think about it. That's so enormous in what was just stated, and also so subtle and little in what is applied. Because when your whole life has changed, but you're still sitting on your living room floor that you grew up on, what's changed? Oh, when I step up, when I get up, when I go now to the car dealership, I got access to something different to drive. Oh, when we go now and go purchase that house, it's mine. Okay. But that's happening over time. Right then, Goodell said, Marcellus Wiley. Actually, it was Tagliabue, but Marcellus Wiley. And you're like, everybody telling you your life changed, and you thinking your life changed. And you're like, what's changed? Why I bring that up? Because the thing that does change, immediately, all the rest of that stuff takes time, right? First, you got to get the damn check or the direct deposit. That takes time. They ain't going to just say, oh, Marcellus Wiley, check your account. Nah, B, we got to sign this contract. We got to talk about this, right? It ain't changed yet. You know what does change immediately? The power dynamic in your family, your power dynamic with your friends. That's what changes. Immediately, I became the man of the family, not the man of the house, not even in a disrespectful way to my dad, because I always salute my dad. I don't think I've ever disrespected my dad. My mom, I got close a couple times because she's argumentative like me, so we got at it. My dad, never salute commando, right? But immediately you see it twist and turn, where now you ain't getting the same pushback from people. The same thing you used to say is getting laughed at louder. The times you used to just chill and nobody bother you, you're always getting bothered. And I saw that power dynamic switch immediately. And even with your friends, they not trying to kick it more with you as much as they just want to be around you, and knowing that being around you, they going to get more. You get it? Like, they ain't like, I'm going to miss work. What's up? Like, that's too obvious. They going to work still. They still going home. But when they around you, let's just say the shoulders are a little more down. They hollering at a few more girls. They know when the bill come, man, they just keep talking, right? They ain't reaching. Or they walk into the bathroom if they ain't really that cool with you. Point being, everything is a more. Power dynamics are shifting. You watching it. Over time, all of this stuff is adding up to dress you up. But immediately, you feel the power that you just got because your name was called and theirs wasn't. Crazy, right? What does that mean to Gilbert Arenas or what he was talking about? With all this extra, you 21? I was 21. You 21 with all this extra? You start just, okay, I need a trainer. He's talking about training and stuff. So imagine you're a trainer, you get one of these cats, the sorriest dude in the NBA. You got him, $5,000 a month. You get two other guys, you got $15,000 a month. You literally have now started an economy. You are a cottage industry as just a walk-in entity corporation, NBA player, NFL player, right? You paying dietitian, nutritionist, you paying videographer for your social media, you paying trainers. Like, you are your own company. Now, what comes bad? What's the bad that comes from that, I should say? Here we go. Everyone wants to know, why do athletes go broke? What's wrong with the athletes? What kind of decisions are they making? They're silly, they're stupid. Here's the problem. You looking at them like they the man of the house, man of the family. They should still be raised by men who now tell them at 21, big dog, hold your horses. At 21, you ain't seeing this world clearly, right? What is it, the prefrontal cortex? Not even fully developed. You're not even making fully rational decisions. And you are a Fortune 1000 company walking around here? Come on, y'all. Why do athletes go broke? It ain't athletes. It's somebody who's 21 who gets told they're the most powerful in their world, and you give them all of this money and expect them to do big adult things with it when they're baby adults. They're young adults. So it's not just athletes. It's any professional. Musicians, entertainers. Hey, some of them cats that hit it big on Wall Street super early, blowing candy all in their nose. You know what I mean? Sugar boogers. Why? Anybody in their young 20s that get a whole lot of, you are smart as the house to bet against them. In this respect, they are going to waste a lot figuring out who they are and where they are. That's all. So I hate when they always be like, athletes going broke, and you know ESPN did the show Broke, and it's on athletics because ESPN going to do athletes. But they could do that for anybody in their young 20s who had this power dynamic shift and all that access, excess access. Now, what Whitlock was talking about is like, okay, I heard you, Gilbert, and I'm gonna put all this together to say, why are we in a country where the value system has it rigged to where we idolize athletes? Stop doing it. They're young idiots with a lot. They're idiots with a lot. That's what he's saying. And he's not wrong. We're not idiots. We're just not fully informed, right? For every LeBron, and there's only one LeBron in terms of how he did it. And look, without formal secondary education, like LeBron just, no college, nothing, put this thing together masterfully, right? For every LeBron, there's 10 guys who just, with much less, wasn't able to make more of it, right? That's how it goes. Whitlock is saying, since we know how difficult this is to do at your young adult years and 20s, why are we looking up to these fools? Like, oh, because they got money, because their name got called. That ain't the reason. And he's right. He's right because when you go to an elementary school and talk to the kids, what do you want to be? I want to be a football player. Okay, all right. What do you want to be? Basketball player. All right, what you want to be? I want to be a football player or a basketball player. Oh, God dang. Any of y'all? All right, I want to be a doctor. There you go, girl. All right, what else you want to be? Fireman. Then what do you want to be? Power Ranger. Now you all lost them, right? Point being, every school I go to, there are way too many athletes in that crowd. Because you know the numbers. There's 1,800 NFL jobs in the world. There's 450 NBA jobs in the world. There's 100 of y'all at this in this classroom. It's 1,000 at this assembly, and half y'all want to be in them. Good luck. All right, so why are we looking up to these athletes? We know how beautiful it looks to see them on the field, but why are we looking up to them deeper than that? To Whitlock's point, why are we idolizing these cats when all they are is 21-year-old physical specimens who do something tremendously? And They're too young to handle all that comes with it typically. And so what, you can ball. That don't mean you can ball in life. The most successful people in this world, and this is the beauty of me going to Columbia and you going to your school, I assume, is you realize quickly all these cats on this campus is trying to make it. And at Columbia, a lot of them are already made it, right? They family, you know their names. And none of them talk about ball. I went to a school, none of them were talking about ball. None. I can't even talk about it because I ain't nobody talk to it. talk about it to. Who am I talking to? Myself? I'm like, damn. And they all turn out fresh. I can list my alums. It's silly. Cats that I went to school with, I'm like, damn. And way more in terms of money. I know cats, these hedge fund dudes I know, these VCs, private equity cats, showrunners, except like these cats, Wall Street, oh man, eating. And nobody looking up to them like that. Them kids I've never went to a school. What do you want to do? I'm gonna start a hedge fund. Private equity. I'm like, nothing, right? And look how it turns out. So we are being misguided, misaligned in terms of who we are looking up to and idolizing. That's all I wanted to get into. Beat it up in the comments, tell me what you think or about Gilbert Arenas and what he's saying, like the economy around young athletes and athletes in general. And then with Whitlock, stop idolizing athletes. I don't want to say stop because it is amazing to see somebody that disciplined executing physically through all the other attributes, because you can't ball without doing all the internal work to get to that place. Sports leagues as a whole are not just the best football players, basketball players. They're the best professionals. That means somebody who was better than him growing up didn't make it, got distracted, got off course, didn't fully realize their skills and potential. So you got to salute athletes, but at the same time, this idolatry, got to go with Whitlock a little bit on that.